So, moving on. Next up, we have the Claudio trailer. Now,
yes,
this JoJo Quincy mofo, man, he's
anime guy.
he's looking more stylish than ever. I'll say that for free.
I I enjoy his new design. He's always been like pretty extra, but they're like, all right, we're just gonna crank it all the way up to JoJo for his extra level now.
Oh yeah.
He's never gonna beat the allegations of being just a JoJo character.
He isn't, and I look, I don't have any reason to, actually I have reason to believe that, because guess what? Somebody made a video cross-referencing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, someone made a video recently referencing Claudio and JoJo, and they lined up his posing. And his poses are ripped straight out of the pages of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That makes me love him even more.
Actually, I'm gonna pull it up here pretty soon, but I have a video I'm gonna show you guys. That it was a TikTok that somebody made, and it came onto my feed recently. But here I'll pull it up. I don't know if you just want to watch on the actual stream, or you want me to pull it up down here.
Oh, I can just glance at the stream.
Okay.
I've seen it a few times because I was pretty hyped for Claudio in general, as people know. So, you know, I think he looks great. He looks powerful. Now that we've seen him in the beta, he's probably overtuned.
Okay.
He lost a lot of like moves, but the new stuff he's gained has just like pushed him up to kind of really, really good.
So is this a better version of Claudio than 7?
I think so, yeah. I think it's much better because he just has so many more like options. Like, okay, so the heat mechanic, right?
Right.
So for Claudio, when he's in heat, he can use all his starburst moves. He could just spam that shit.
Really?
Yeah. It's like absurd.
Okay. So
and his infamous move while running 2, like where some people call it like the Superman, he just flies forward.
Right.
He has a new starburst version of that he can combo out of, and it deals a bunch of damage, and it like wall crushes. Like, man, it's powerful. It's also a mid when he does it in starburst, so hold that.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah.
Oh, what? That's so good. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't know that.
It's just a plus running ass mid.
So when you
Starburst.
say the Starburst, like he has a moment where he like does his heat, and he like goes "Ose," and then like his hand glows and his eye glows. So
yeah.
so that's
so when he has
Starburst.
glowy hand,
Yeah.
he's in Starburst. Yeah.
Okay. So what that does is it basically just makes an active buff to his moves, like adds different properties to them.
Certain moves gain new properties. Yeah.
Okay.
And he lost a couple of his Starburst moves, and he lost a couple ways to gain Starburst, but since you can just have Starburst during heat, it was offset like completely and kind of pushed into the "oh my god, he's coming my way" category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Claudio would be a stand user. It's true, and
he would. He definitely would. So like, to show you the video that I found on TikTok, like, and it might take a little while for Quint to see this, but this is like somebody legit made this of all of the JoJo moves that he takes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
It's
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, and not only that, but I just love the idea of them taking this one character and then just taking another character from another series, which is clearly a Quincy from Bleach. Like that, he is like that. That's the only other thing I can think of that he sort
He
of.
he he do got some big Quincy energy, but maybe that's just like the energy bows talking, you know? It's not like Quincy has invented those, probably. Or maybe they did. I don't know anymore.
I mean,
No, no, they didn't. D&D invented those.
like, come on, man. Like, look at this. Look at
Yeah,
this outfit. Like, it's got that.
yeah, I know.
He has to be a
He's
Quincy,
he's kind of a Quincy ass Quincy.
right?
However, as for people that have read the Bleach manga and are possibly currently watching Thousand Year Blood War, being a Quincy's maybe not the best thing because they're kind of Nazi-ish.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, yeah, they have strong like Nazi vibes in the
Um.
final arc of Bleach.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I'm definitely not up to that point yet, but I definitely love the kind of Quincy vibes that he gives
Yeah,
off, and like how they're just like, you know what, we need to make this character an ode to shonen anime. So then they
yeah,
basically made Claudio. And I think another thing I really enjoy about the character is just how he is not only an ode to anime, but he is like essentially the yin to Jin Kazama's yang, where it shows the devil powers. There's of course angels and stuff, but there are also people that use like holy power, or at least we perceive
yeah,
it to be holy power. I like that lore wise. I think it adds
yeah.
to the world of Tekken.
Honestly, I could see Claudio being kind of like a boss type character in Tekken 8 since he has like this complete opposite power to the Devil Gene and he's
Yeah.
actively hunting the Devil Gene.
Yep. And I think they had
Well, no, go.
I think they had alluded to that in 7.
Yeah.
And well, spoilers,
That was
but
part of his little story. Yeah.
in at the end they were like, they kind of teased him as like being this bad guy. And so I agree with you. I think in Tekken 8 when he does appear, I think here's what's going to happen. I think Jin is going to beat Kazuya. I think Jin's going to go through his whole character arc and kind of get reformed, but still have to deal with Claudio being like, "No,
With
you
Claudio
have to die."
bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I could see it.
Um so and I know, like, so kind of moving on a little bit here. You were saying that Claudio does a lot of damage, but
Yes.
it,
Everyone does a lot of damage.
yeah, out of curiosity, so
Everyone.
what is like the Tekken? What is your experience watching the Tekken beta? I haven't seen a whole lot of it. I can only tell you a little bit of
My
what I've seen.
experience has been matches are really fast because you can literally start the match,
Right?
activate heat mode, and start chipping down your opponent. Just like immediately. Like, I was watching a little bit of Speed Kicks play, and he plays Hwarang.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people know who Speed Kicks is, of course. And he'll just activate heat in the beginning of the match and just start spamming like freaking Hwarang mixes. And the
Yeah.
whole time, even if you're blocking, you're getting chipped down. And then he finally gets like a lucky hit. You're getting full comboed. Like, it's very aggressive. Harada was not kidding when he talked about how he wanted Tekken to be more aggressive because they dialed the damage and the aggression up to like an 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm actually a little concerned that we don't have enough defense because it looks like backdashes have also been nerfed. Like a lot of characters' backdashes have been nerfed. Like King can barely backdash now. Like
Really?
yeah, first and foremost, his fighting style has been changed to like brawly, almost like Marisa kind of fighting, because he's like getting armor and then grabbing you and like getting in with the armor. He's not about like being evasive or like backdashing with like Jaguar step and
Yeah.
doing all that stuff anymore. His playstyle has completely changed. This is like a completely different King, for example.
So it sounds like they want him to be more like Zangief, where it's
Yeah,
like,
they want him to go in.
yeah, they want
There
him.
is no back.
Yeah, everybody's got to commit to Like they're kind of bringing him more towards like a Street Fighter archetype grappler. It sounds like.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
is there? Have you seen any? Have you happened to see? Is there any KBDs or have they taken that out of the game?
There's KBD, but it's like I said, it's a lot slower. Like the distance that you move has been roughly it's about like 3/4
Mm-hmm.
what you got before. So like for every, you know, three, you're basically missing one. So it's just kind of like, oof, all right, we're just kind of moving in slow motion compared to Tekken 7 almost. Except for when you're going forward.
Right.
The forward momentum has shifted. Um One of the best examples of this is now you can literally run well right next to your opponent. So
Oh.
like even if you're bad at like wall running inputs,
Mm-hmm.
you could just do them.
Oh.
Like I'm trash at wall running inputs, but you can literally just run while you're right up next to someone with blatant disregard for the opponent.
So like what like instant shining wizard, while
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
That's all gonna be
Yeah,
easier now.
all of that is significantly easier, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
It's
amazing.
kind of insane.
That's
Like you're
amazing.
just watching like these kings are just like shining wizard, instant shining wizard, instant shining wizard, instant shining wizard, just not giving any shits about anything.
It sounds like they're just trying to make like it sounds like for like a grappler like King who can't really. You're saying they've nerfed his mobility, where it's like
Yeah.
once he gets in, you need to be afraid.
Yeah, you're gonna have a really bad time. Or he has other options to get in. Like he has an untechable throw.
Oh, it
When he's in heat, he can just RKO you and you can do nothing about it other than guess he's gonna do the throw, duck it, and then launch him. But maybe instead, he's doing the crouch throw, right? And then you just eat shit for that. Like it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard.
this game is like starting to scare me right now.
I
Like
know.
nobody is safe.
Nobody is safe. Have you seen Kazuya's damage?
I've seen a little bit of it, but I haven't seen like I wanted to watch Main Man Sui kind of play a little bit of Tekken and kind of how he goes about it because he's a really good Kazuya player. But no, I haven't seen like any of the
Right.
top tier damage.
Well, I saw like one of Main Man's like top tier combos basically,
Hmm.
and he did like 150 damage or something like that. And I was just like, oh, okay, Kazuya can just do that, I suppose. Like Kazuya is looking like possibly the best character in the game right now
Right.
because he's kind of got like the complete package going on, and like Lord help you if he's in Devil and just runs your ass over with the hell sweeps and the electrics mixes. Like it's just
Uh,
I don't know if I can play fast enough.
yeah.
My brain can't even process this stuff.
So it's like two sides of the coin, right? Where I think this is going to, and I think this might be why Harada is kind of doing bringing the combat a lot more intense in the mid range and all of that and more rushdown heavy, is
Yeah.
because the reason why like more experienced players are just safe and really good or whatever a lot of times is because they have so many defensive options, and sometimes they
Yes.
don't have to just deal with situations because they're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
They're like, they just void the warranty altogether, right? So I think by making it a more close range rush down game where it's like, hey, King's in your face, time to get scared, where it's where like a pro player's like, nah, I'm gonna just KBD out of this situation. And no, you don't have that opportunity anymore. You're gonna have to guess like everybody else. I think a lot of
Well,
legacy
even if you
players are gonna hate it.
KBD, some characters have like a projectile. Like we have confirmed that Nina's like guns, they
Hmm.
do shoot a bit forward. Or like Claudio, when he's in Starburst, he has like an actual projectile that he can do. He can do the Quincy freaking like bow shot. Or June has like a shot from like her little focus stance that we saw in the trailer where she's like, whoa, you know, and like the sparkles go around her. And then she can like shoot a freaking laser beam out of her hand.
Oh, I think I
Yeah,
missed that.
like we got a lot of wild stuff going on. It didn't show the laser beam in the trailer. All they showed was her little stance thing. Whoops.
Right.
Yeah, so like now that we've seen more of the characters' movesets, we're starting to see like how bonkers I guess Tekken 8 really is going to be.
I'm like excited but also terrified at the same
Yeah.
time. Like I'm excited to play against other people who are like in Tekken 7 might beat my ass, but maybe now I have a little bit of a chance. You know, maybe if I'm lucky, you know.
You just need
Uh
to get like a good heat string in and you're golden, man.
I'm in. I'm in. And I think I didn't actually realize too how much of the game is going to be heat system heavy with passive and active buffs that characters are going to be. Actually, I don't know how many passive buffs there are. How many
I
active
mean,
buffs?
characters get access to new moves in Heat a lot of the time, so like
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. Like
it's
you're gonna have to learn what they can do in Heat. You're gonna have to learn what they can do out of Heat.
yeah.
Like you're gonna have to. It's gonna take a while, I think, to actually like solve defense in Tekken 8, if we even can, with how powerful some options are. But Harada has said that they're monitoring like how much damage people are doing, like the character's balance and stuff like that, and this isn't like even close to the final version
Oh yeah.
because like for example this isn't even really a beta. This is closer to like a little bit past alpha, not quite in like the beta stage.
Hmm.
This is just, hey, how is this game working? Are people like able to use these systems? Is everything working? Is our netcode up to par?
Hmm.
And so far the netcode seems yeah, very close to Tekken 7, unfortunately.
I've heard that too. Again, like I personally have never had, as strange as it sounds, I've never had too many online issues with Tekken 7. So, I mean, to me, that's great. And for a game that had delay-based netcode, I think it ran really well. Even though it has like a hybrid,
Yeah,
rollback.
freaking weird. Rollback plus delay, like what? Okay.
Yeah.
They made
Uh,
it even weirder. You can change how your rollback functions in Tekken 8.
really?
Yeah, so like there's prioritize graphics, which will prioritize like smoothing out the gameplay and getting like rid of the jitters, or there's normal, which is just like the normal gameplay, or there's prioritize inputs, where it will give you fewer rollbacks or like more better rollbacks, right, at the expense of more jitter during the gameplay. More like, oh, they were doing this, oh, but now it's doing this kind
Yeah.
of
Um,
nonsense.
it sounds like with Street Fighter 6 how it has
Yeah.
that little mode you can check.
It it seems like it's going to be a lot more work. Because like why wouldn't you just have like one rollback setting and just focus on that and make that like the best you can? Instead you're gonna have to manage all three of these settings, and then they're gonna have to work together with the other person that's playing. Like say I'm prioritizing inputs and
Mhm.
they're prioritizing graphics, like what the hell's that gonna do? Like
Yeah.
how smooth will the game actually be and stuff like that? I don't know.
A-
It
and
seems really funky.
and it sounds like with Arika, sorry.
Arika. Yeah.
Arika, like coming in and having to add the rollback to this game. Maybe it's a product of that because it's sort of like the game exists. Then Arika comes in and is like, okay, we gotta just kind of add this in somehow, and they're trying to like actively work with it. And as we've kind of learned this past year, implementing rollback into like a 3D game is difficult. It's not easy. And then we saw that with, Sam Show, and everyone kind of struggling with that. It's like, man, this kind of sucks. Yeah, but it's rollback, but it's, it's not good,
It's
but it's
rollback.
rollback.
Better than Street Fighter 5 at launch, right, my boys? Right.
Oh man. Um,
But yeah, I think this is like a very early test of the rollback, and they're probably going to take a lot of the input and probably push forward for a much cleaner rollback,
mhm.
knowing like Arika and like how they do things. Because like I saw that for Fexel, the first like implementation of the rollback was pretty rough.
Mhm.
So I imagine that we're kind of like at that stage with Tekken 8, and it's only gonna like improve from here,
Yeah. And then there's
which is my hope. Maybe I'm smoking that copium. I don't know.
hey man, I'm right there with you. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to actually try the beta next week. Is it next week? It's next week. Yes. Oh,
Yeah, I think so. No, maybe. No, it starts like the 29th, right? Oh yeah, no, okay. Yeah, no, I guess it is next week. Holy cow,
so
time flies.
we'll definitely know whether this week whether we get a chance to get into the beta. And
Yeah.
I had applied with 3 accounts. So
Oh, you cheater.
hey, here's how I looked at it. Okay, I looked at it like, if I got one, I'll just give another code to somebody else. Like, if you don't get a code, I'll give one to you.
Based.
So I'll give one to you,
Oh,
so that we can talk about it on the podcast, and talk
nice.
about our personal experiences with Tekken 8. Because hey man, why do I need
Well, hopefully we both get in though, you know? It's just that'd be nice.
indeed.
I signed
uh
up like an hour after the thing went live, so come on, Harada. Come on.
Please, Harada, please.